Hey guys, I wanted to talk about your roles a little bit for your speeches. I've been getting some emails, and so I went ahead and kind of talked about or wrote down your audience. So if you are doing the hotel, I wrote that your role is going to be, or your tone, I guess, is going to be very reflective. And so in your speech, you are reflecting on what you have seen around you. And so you've kind of learned some things maybe about humanity or the human condition. And so you're talking about that. Also, the hotel is actually a metaphor. And so I wrote metaphor up here. 1 second. Apple Pencil's not working. I wrote metaphor up here because the hotel is kind of like a metaphor for something bigger than itself, right? So it's a hotel, but it was also like a fortress. And so think about that. What did the things that were in the hotel, the rooms, the lobby, the pool, what did they turn into? And so you'll include those things in your speech. If you are a TV reporter or an aid worker or a refugee, think about your tone and your audience that you're presenting to is going to be very formal. Your language will be very formal. It'll be informative, but your word choice should be pretty formal because that's your audience. So think about that. And then below this, I just kind of wrote down the basic structure for your speech. I would start with a hook where you're drawing the reader in. And again, think about your audience. What would work best? Maybe a descriptive scene, maybe a surprising statistic that the UN may not be aware of or are choosing to ignore. So think about those things. And then the body of your speech is where you're going to present your 3 facts. And think about your time. So Mrs. Schmatz had told you guys it needed to be a certain length of time. So think about that. But this is where you'll incorporate your 3 facts. And then think about your role. Are you informing your audience of something? Are you persuading your audience to do something? Are you reflecting? Make sure your language fits your audience and your facts fit your audience as well. And then in the conclusion, think about what do you need? Why are you presenting this fact or this speech? Do you want change? And maybe you're going to end with that, what people need to do. If you're the hotel, have you learned something about yourself or humanity? Maybe you're going to end with those thoughts, but think about your role. Who are you? And then what do you need? And that's what you'll address in your conclusion. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, and I would be happy to take a look at some things or to give you some feedback. Thanks.